Hi everyone, William Weyser is here. I just got back from watching the Wiggles movie online and had a great time with it. These past several weeks have been a bit rough, but hopefully things won't be so rough around here, my friend. Maybe things will be better next month. And this month has had its ups and downs, but after we go through this list, I am sure that things will be better. This is my message video before Logo Month. Number 1. Logo Month and Rick's birthday month. The first part and the second part too are both why we're here today. After watching the Wiggles movie online, well, before that, in reality, last night, me and Rick were talking about the 20th Century Fox logo, or nowadays 20th Century Studios, a lot, and for its variants that I've seen it be used, and also sometimes on some of those movies, it speeds up that logo. The Wiggles movie is one of those that has the sped up music of that. Also, me and Rick were talking about what we thought our very first 20th Century Fox movies were. Rick said that his was the Wiggles movie. Mine was the first Ice Age movie. As well as my very first movie by that company that was associated with a defunct animation studios that's best known for working with 20th Century Fox, called Blue Sky Studios. It's one of two. I have two movies made by Blue Sky Studios. The first Ice Age movie, the only one from that franchise that I have. And I also have the Peanuts movie on DVD. And there would be a lot more logos planned that I have in April, but based on me talking about that one, we're starting things off with the 20th Century Fox logos. And as for Rick's birthday month, I'm going to be busy with that in May, because he was born on May 31st, 2002. And I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can in that month. Some Liberty Medical commercials with Wilford Brimley, some with The Price is Right, some Press Your Luck, some of shows that interest him, and several others centered around that. In both those months, we're going to have a great time. Guaranteed to happen. Number 2. Rick has completed all the Netflix dubs almost 2 months ago. This is one of these things that he has been working so hard on for his preparation and his presentation for what he wants to show me and Sammy and our families. Because he watches Blue's Clues every day, it's one of the most important parts of his childhood. He also has an obsession with dubs and phrase compilations about everything from the original and the revival called Blue's Clues and You. Almost 2 months ago, well, before that, he had a hard time getting the Polish dub. The Polish dub's done, but he was finally able to do so. And now he has completed all the Netflix dubs. He just has to get things ready. But he knows what he's doing, because I gave him the courage to do so. Because earlier this week, I was like, come on, man. You're a genius at this show. You've got this under control. He's got this under control, I'm sure. And and he knows a lot. He knows a lot of dubs from other countries and other languages because it's what he's been doing. And recently, he got a new laptop because his old one had problems, and we're working things out with that one, especially when he's getting all these dubs on his new laptop. Then when the time comes, he'll be ready to present. He'll be ready to present all his presentations or phrase compilations to us, and I will enjoy them. Which kind of ties in with the next thing. Number 3. The stuff Rick wants to show me and Sammy. Basically, as I just said, he's going to show me and Sammy all those phrase compilations and dubs that he has on his hard drive. And not just that, he also is going to show me Blue's Clues and You, Thomas and Friends, the model era, The Wiggles, the OG era. I just watched the Wiggles movie earlier. Also, American Ninja Warrior, which I've only seen little bits of it, and The Upside Down Show, which I only saw 2 episodes of it. When I first came across The Upside Down Show on Wikipedia, I thought it lasted way longer than it did. But then Viacom was picky, or Viacom had problems, and decided not to renew it for a second season. So we're stuck with the 13 episodes that we did get, but they're all still fun and entertaining for most people. And speaking of Thomas and Friends, also I'm going to watch Thomas and the Magic Railroad, knowing that I've heard not so great things from the Nostalgia Critic and Roger and Ebert. Or, I was about to say Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert, Siskel and Ebert, but we lost Siskel before that. So my apologies in advance. Roger Ebert, he talked about it, and much like me liking Thunderstruck, Thomas and the Magic Railroad has its fans, like Rick Ramazzotti, and I'm sure that I might like it because we're all different. Also, if I watch this, it'll depend on if this will be another movie that I like based on a show. I know I saw Blues Big Mystical Movie, loved it. Wishbone's Dog Days of the West, I liked it. And I believe that, like Blues Big Mystical Movie, that one was a direct-to-VHS film. I'm sure of it. The Wiggles movie, which, like the first 2 that I mentioned, I heard great things about, and Barney's Great Adventure, which I still like, but I've heard things on that. I still remember the Nostalgia Critic's review of it, and Bernadette Peters, I love you, but your Barney song, which was the last song that played during the end credits, not a fan. But I'll get over it right now and move on to the next thing. We're still going to have fun watching the things that Rick wants to show me, Sammy, and my family. And we'll be along for the ride, and we'll have fun. We'll have a great time there. Number 4. Me telling others about my Florida trip. I briefly mentioned this to some people, like Derek Handler from Fitness for Kids, Mrs. Pamela Rigopoulos from CTS, short for Comprehensive Therapy Services, and my new ice skating instructor, so far new, Genesis Moreno, no relation to Rita Moreno from Nikki Deuce, the only thing I've seen her in. I briefly told them about me being in Florida in early August, But here's the problem. Normally, when I do these message videos, I talk about scenes and ideas I've set up for a movie, but Rick has been doubting that it's going to happen since close to mid-March because parents are concerned about family and who they know other than allowing random strangers to be in their house. So we just don't know. We don't know if it's going to happen at this point. But Sammy worked hard on a script that he sent it to my email, which only shows things YouTube, Vimeo, and Reddit related things, and my mom's email. And if things don't work out for a movie, then what I could do is I could make my own version of this, my own version of Upload New Boob episodes and have it being played that way. I did a short film back in 2014, and if this doesn't work, then I'm just scrapping the entire project, which I don't want to do. So we're just we were struggling, and we're trying to work things out with it. This weekend, my mom is going to call Rick's mom, Kim, and the two moms are going to talk to each other and see what they say and see what we can do about it. But on the positive side, I'll be there to watch all of Rick's things that he has on his hard drive and plenty more things. And I'll still have fun on that Florida trip. Number 5. My first time watching Blue's Clues dubs and Blue's Clues and You full episodes. For the dubs, for clips, I remember the Notice book, or the German version, the German notebook phrase, or version of that from Blue Surprise at 2 o'clock, because one day last year I heard that a lot. I was laughing for a bit because of the way that it was worded, and then I heard that episode being mentioned a lot, and that seems to be the only German phrase that I know of. Once he shows me more dubs, I will understand plenty more dubs from other episodes of the original and other countries. For the Blue's Clues and You full episodes, I've only seen 5 of them. 3 online and 2 on a recorded... 2 recorded on my DVR, which I only saw them that one time. They were Meet Josh, the pilot episode, Happy Birthday Blue, Blue's Night Before Christmas. Those were the 3 I saw online. And the other 2 that I saw that were recorded were Storytime with Blue and Blue's Big Beat Band. Everything else, I only saw clips of them and the end credits. At best, later on this year, that's going to change. And at least I will get to experience a lot more with that and understand more of those once I see more. Alright, that's it for part 1. When we come back, I will talk about the second half, and I'm sure that me talking about that part there in the second half will be more interesting. Or as interesting as the things I said in the first half. See you after the break. Bye-bye.